Yo, what's up, YouTube? You know what I'm saying? You guys already seen the title, so you know what it is, but, right, let's get straight to it. I just got recommended this, you know what I'm saying? Save, watch later, but we gonna watch it now. Nine Vicious and Tezzus trade disses. NDO Dee Trump lyrics jumping. I don't know what that means. This was uploaded 1 hour ago. I'm gonna let the ad run, but, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna show my ad. Yo, subscribe, like, comment, you know what I'm saying, all that stuff, bro, because I reply to every single comment. Join the Discord, because I'm going to do one where every single, like, recommendation, every single thing that you guys say, like, anything, like, put me on. There's a channel for that, and my hair's fucked up, that I'm going to just review all of them and just be like, yo, like, this is gas, this is fire, this is nah, or, like, whatever it is, but video started, bro. Okay.
At this point, I don't feel like you should call this a new situation, because every few months, it feels like we get the same exact cycle. Somebody throws a shot, somebody responds, fans start connecting lyrics, somebody goes live, somebody throws up a hand sign with a middle finger next to it, then everybody start picking sides. And eventually, somehow, people still make it seem that they're cool again. Then a few months later, we're back to square one. We're back right here. But I feel like there's bigger conversation around this, besides just saying Nine Vicious is beefing with Tezzus. This situation explains a lot about how Nine has built this image, how the people around him react to it, and honestly, how those supporters themselves keep this whole entire formula alive. Because whether it's real, exaggerated marketing, trolling, or a mixture of all four, one thing is certain though for sure, it works. And that's why I don't expect this cycle to stop. And before we even get to what Tezzus said, NDO Dee said, what Iyrus did, what everybody else did, jumping into.
I feel like the more you look into these things, the more you look into these things, the more you're in that world. And it's cult followings, or you feed, there's levels of marketing. So upper level, middle level, and like main level. So keep in mind, TikToks, you can watch some dancing TikToks of anyone, right? That's upper funnel. Middle is like, let's say, talking TikToks. Underneath is like educational TikToks. If you fuck with, like, let's say you fuck with fashion, right? You can see someone dancing clothes with fashion. But someone that likes sports can also just fuck with a song, and it's a very general topic. But then someone that likes sports, you know what I'm saying, they can be intrigued with the middle level, right? But you may be more intrigued, so that's more middle funnel. So it brings you more. But then someone that's talking, educating on fashion, sports guy, probably not gonna see too much value into it unless they like. Yeah, like their dopamine isn't like, but your dopamine is finna fuck with that heavy. So then even more so and more so and more so, and like this is like cultural like nicheness, or cultural like cult following. That's why like these sort of like communities get very, very deep, and people are like invested, people are not, but then they feel out when they're not invested into someone else's life, and it's like, damn, I'm untapped in, but like you're really just living your own life, and that's how you're supposed to live it. But like, you know what I'm saying, I don't know, but I've seen it, so I'm just gonna look at this. But I'm a reactor, like we're not a reactor, you know what I'm saying, but like this is the video, but I'm speaking to you guys as the viewers, you know what I'm saying. Like in 1 hour, look at these 20 comments, bro, and he has like a net spin as his profile picture, you know what I'm saying. Like don't be too caught up in these things, because like this is just like, I'm looking at this very subjectively. This is not like I'm being like, oh, drama, or like spoiling anything up, or like mixing anything up. That's just me saying it right now. But sorry.
To this.
If you guys look at or listen to my commentaries, I talk OD, and I'm gonna like really read into it, or not, whether it be better for worse. Like read into it about like, oh, like his motives and intentions behind this in a good or bad way, but not to be like, oh, damn, he don't fuck with bro. Like, I don't know. That's just me though.
You gotta understand where Nine is at in his career right now. He's doing extremely well, and I think that's the part that get lost, because
I don't know about the chain. He has a lot of controversy about that chain, bro.
people spend so much time talking about everything surrounding him besides the actual music itself sometimes. He's been touring, he's been packing out these venues, you're seeing crowds of 2,000 or 3,000 people coming out for him, merch is moving, engagement is ridiculous, and especially that ATL show, damn for sure looked crazy. It was probably one of his biggest
I'm pretty sure, what's that, the dude, the Jesus dude, was like, Nine is not allowed in ATL or something like that. I don't know though, maybe I'm misquoting.
performances we've seen outside of something like a Rolling Loud. Their energy was there, people knew the music, word for word they were singing that shit. People were genuinely showing up for Nine Vicious, the artist, not just Nine, the internet character, you know? And I always felt like that's something
I don't know the difference
that he needs to protect more, because when he does get away slightly from all the controversy, you can actually see his artistry. You can hear it. Sometimes you can see why people even gravitate towards him. You can see why he's became one of the most interesting characters in the entire scene. There's already people saying that, yo, he could be one of those guys in the future future that eventually headline these bigger festivals. His Rolling Loud performance had the most attention, and every time he's been moving outside of that, yo, people are watching. So here's really my question: what else does Nine really need from controversy at this point? You see what I'm saying? Because early in somebody's career, I can understand it. You're trying to get people talking, you're trying to turn heads. Okay, cool. But once people already start buying tickets, right? Already buying merch, already replaying your music, and already following everything that you do, that same route that helped create the attention could somewhat overshadow the reason why people tap in the first place. Of course, I see that tour going crazy. Atlanta show was nice, but here we go again. We still talking about YSL, talking about Oway, talking about Tezzus, talking about who diss who. Throughout the past week, y'all been sending me clips of Nine throwing up.
I think it just makes what he already has deeper. It doesn't take away from it. Now, if it lets him take away from, oh, he doesn't do a tour because he's opting into it, then that's a problem, right? Assuming that this is marketing and they're thinking about it, right? So assume that this isn't like actual beef, or like, if it's actual beef, it will be digging into this or digging into that, and you can't be like, no, but she shouldn't. But it just happens. It's life, right? But assuming that they're planning this or whatever it is, they shouldn't plan for it to like cancel a tour, but outside of the metrics, because it's not gonna. Once it fucks with the numbers and fucks with the tickets or whatever it is, then it just never works. But so then have that differentiation. But I haven't heard that it's like, oh, it canceled a tour, or like it canceled a venue because it's whatever says such thing. You know what I'm saying?
Symbols associated with other movements, and then putting up a middle finger right next to him. I seen it with YSL, and I seen it with YBL too. And some people thought it was just trolling. He was showing love. Was he actually dissing them? But certain people weren't looking that deep into it. They didn't really go in depth with that. But once you
I don't even notice it.
putting up the middle finger beside something multiple different times, eventually people are going to interpret that as disrespect. He started making comments towards Atlanta rappers in general.
So like, y'all can check the stats on Rolling Loud. Who had the best shit? Y'all can check the stats on. Y'all niggas got to pull up Shaw OGs and something wrong. Like, what? Hey, as a city collective, I'm talking to Atlanta because, you know, I'm not from here. Why do y'all do that? These niggas ain't talking about shit. Oh, shit. We be on our own and we do this shit for real, so they come this way. Oh, shit. Y'all niggas, all these niggas on the stage, y'all need somebody to open my shit up. You know, one more time. Who had the best set at Rolling Loud? Okay, open my shit.
Not everybody's YSL and Oway, but when you have people from YSL and Oway who are currently trying to build their own wave in Atlanta, right? People, especially the fans, parasocial fans at that, are going to start putting two and two together. Whether Nine named anybody directly or not, fans are going to speculate, gang. Especially those Nine fans. And I feel like this is where Iyrus came into the equation. He's been building
Who's Iyrus?
his own sound. He's been associated with YSL, and he's somebody that's
He has a YSL chain. I think that's the chain.
connected with a lot of these people. And there's recently a
That was Tezzus.
picture that surfaced online where he was throwing up the FN sign while putting up the middle finger on the right. And obviously FN is associated with Nine Vicious and his
What's FN?
camp. So some people took that as Iyrus responding to Nine. And while Iyrus flicked off FN, Tezzus right there behind him. Nine eventually seeing it, I guess. The supporters see it, the blogs post it, and now this small ass situation that stayed between a few people becomes something that all the fans are discussing now. And as you know, Nine is on tour, so he had a show again. And this is where I feel like things became more direct. Out of nowhere, the crowd was saying, yo, fuck YSL. They started chanting it. And instead of ignoring it, Nine joins in a bit. He tells them, yo, say it again. He also says, yo, say it louder.
Louder. Louder. Louder.
Well, he didn't say it one time, bro. We made that shit, yo, abundantly clear.
Okay, play it.
Like, I like how the commentators really. He's even stepping back. I think bro's even anonymous, but he's stepping back. He's like, well, they mentioned it. What? Louder, louder, louder. Like, hey, bro.
This ain't no leaked conversation. He knows the cameras are out. Everybody has the phones up. He knows that the clip is going online, so naturally, it goes online. And a few hours later, when Tezzus and Oway had their show, he responded during his own show. And he made it known if Nine keeps talking, there could be a problem, while also saying that Nine is banned from Atlanta.
Y'all need to call him. I'm disappointed in y'all for letting that piss talk about us. So I'm gonna say it now, that piss is bad for him. That's why I can't come back to Atlanta, man. It's over with. It'll get whooped like him. Oway, no way. It's Oway YSL, man. Oway YSL doing all this shit for you. We gonna put better shit for you. It's Oway. When I say Oway, you say YSL. Oway. YSL. Oway. YSL. Oway. YSL.
And as always, y'all know more people start to get involved with these situations. I would say that NDO Dee has become one of the most closest people to Nine Vicious publicly. He made his friendship with Nine very clear himself, basically saying, that's my real brother. If you say fuck him, you might as well say fuck me too. So there's no real confusion there. That's his guy, that's his right man's. NDO Dee has opened for Nine at Atlanta show too. He's around him, they're making music, they're moving together. It's definitely out there. And now, even if Nine starts some shit, whenever he get into a situation publicly,
I wonder what like their like net worth is, low key.
You're already seeing it, and you're going to see it more. NDO Dee has become one of the first people willing to speak on that shit. It kind of reminds me of Apollo Red. He used to operate the same exact way, but it was just YVL instead. But now you have NDO Dee and Bomb Squad. They kind of revolve around that whole thing. But just last year, you can say anything about Nine without Apollo Red being one of the first to jump in online to defend that nigga. Now NDO Dee has kind of filled in that space. So after Tezzus made those comments about Atlanta and Nine, NDO Dee responds by saying, yo, they not worried. He also said they shooting a video, or they already did shoot a video in Atlanta. And there's other posts out there where he's saying fuck away.
Fuck the old way, nigga.
What? Fuck up. Okay.
And now it's no longer Nine versus one person. Now it's Nine, NDO Dee, Tezzus, Iyrus, people around Oway, people around YSL, and everybody's supporters. And now it's being
Damn, what?
dragged on because this is not new. Like I told y'all, we can go all the way back
This commentary guy, like, he's lucky. Like, he got infinite content, bro.
to late 2024, early 2025, and find different versions of the same tension.
Does he have infinite content, or is he dependent on their lifestyles?
Shot in songs, people connecting lyrics, friends responding, lives, posts. Then everybody rekindled again. We had one point last year in December with Nine, Tezzus, Diamond, Skate Star, different people connected throughout these circles, and they were showing love again. It looked like things have settled, but we're just back to square one. And if you give it time, Nine is going to backtrack, get back cool with these guys.
That's crazy.
Then they're back to dissing each other. That's why for myself, I'm not really interested in the whole thing of who started this time, because what does starting it even mean?
But he is, though. Because it's a good video.
I'm not really interested in the whole thing of who started this time, because what does starting it even mean when the situation never completely ended? Was it Nine throwing up the signs? Was it Iyrus? Was it Tezzus in that video with Che? Was it an old lyric? Was it something that somebody said 6 months ago? You could keep going back further, and that's the issue right there. You got supporters out there that will find one moment in this shit and be like, yo, see, it started right there, he started it. Meanwhile, these niggas been trading shots and mixed signals for multiple different years. They're the ones that's keeping this whole thing alive. You got guys out there that will say the beef is fake or questioning why they doing this again. And that same person comments under every post, quote tweets it, argue with somebody for 3 hours, then waits for the next update. You're feeding into it. Positive or negative, it don't matter what it is. That engagement still tells those guys in that situation that people care. And if people do care, why would they stop? Sometimes I like to think about this in their perspective. If Nine throws one little shot randomly, every page is posting it. Y'all know that. If Tezzus responds, everybody start talking about him. If NDO Dee posts one story and it gets reposted everywhere, what's the difference? What room do these guys have to leave it alone? People don't understand that Nine revolves himself around being an outsider. His whole identity is that. He's by himself. He doesn't need anybody. Everybody against him. He's the one person out of the way from everybody else. And he tells you this in the music too. And when it comes to Nine music, you know, lyricism doesn't stand out for real. I think certain lines go over people's heads. Nine constantly says he doesn't want unity. He wants FN to feel like his own world. When he posting his story and telling his support base to not support anybody else and fuck everybody else, he wants that shit to feel like his own universe. So anytime people question or try to add him in a convo with YSL, Young Thug, Oway, or anything established out there that's creating his own movement, because his whole image is I'm by myself and everybody's against me, I'm opposed to everything, him publicly revolving himself around another camp or leaning into something just a little bit almost weakens that character. And this is why his fans are confused. A lot of people that tap in with his music are confused too, is because if that's truly what he wants, if he wants to be out the way, why not stand on that consistently? Don't disrespect somebody one week, everything is cordial the next week, then months later restart the same situation, drop 2 songs, and act surprised when everybody—
Well, like, why? I think the commentary damn well know, bro. Like, it's real life. Like, it's not like these are cartoony. Okay, I'm gonna get, hold on.
confused. That whole back and forth tactic is creating—
Okay, new frame. Like, it's real life. Like these people, like, people have art, stand by their art so heavily and so passionately. And that's when passion comes into play. Passion doesn't always gotta make sense, though. You see what I'm saying? Like, when there's passion, it doesn't always make sense. Content creators don't get paid for years, then they make money. Artists, they don't get paid for years, then they make money. You know what I'm saying? When you go to college, it makes sense, right? But that's what it is. Like he can feel some sort of way on some personal thing. You see someone face to face is very different. right? And how it's depicted on here is like, man, fuck. And Tezzus at least said beat up or something, like something, whatever it is. I don't want to misquote, but that's what I'm saying. But then when you're in person and you have been on the good times and the bad times, no, I think, and if you guys believe that everyone's a bad person or not, or a good person, whatever it may be, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully, I'm praying that you know what I'm saying? They're like, you know, I'm seeing bro, he's a real person. You know what I'm saying? Let's reconvene. Let's make good. Maybe hopefully they have good people around them that try to be like, bro, chill, like, you know what I'm saying? And on their side, they try to make them good on both terms. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully, you know, people, you know, have homies that provoke you into whatever it is, and that like he's a standalone, but hopefully his standalone camp is a strong camp and is wanting best for him. You know what I'm saying? If your standalone camp is provoking you to get into said drama, it's not good. So then that's why he may be going back to whatever it is. But you can still build your own thing on the side. It doesn't need to be like for everyone, frick everyone else, and you stand alone. Like that's like, I don't think, I think both of those can be in the same place of still being cordial with everyone, but still building your own thing. You know what I'm saying? Heavily. You know what I'm saying? Like depending on how the other people take it, but that's how they take it. That's not you, and you're building your own thing. And superseding that, if their controversy comes from that, then that's completely fine. But then yeah, that's it. Like I don't know. I just don't like how the commentators taking a take on this.
These situations, because after every big problem, we always get some kind of reset. Maybe somebody say they trolling, maybe some messages leak, maybe they appear around.
A lot of it's like a lot of people, it can either start from trolling, but yeah, I hear like but that's like a weak argument. Like, oh, I was trolling. Like I don't think he's not bringing up any examples. I wish he did though. I wish he did like a little more. Because when he said like Nine's lyricism or whatever it is, I thought he was gonna bring up some songs. But I wish he did, because I'm not gonna do that work. I'm just commentating. I'm reacting
On each other. I wouldn't be shocked if in the next 3 or 4 days we see something that changes the whole entire context again. Because we already watched that
1000%. It moves way quick.
Happen about 4 times already, 5 times if I'm not tripping, multiple different times. And that's why this situation
Some shit gonna happen at first class for some gosh.
feels less shocking to people. I feel like it's more exhausting. If anything, it's not, oh my God, Nine and YSL got a problem again. It's more like, ah, shit, we doing this again. And if this is real, at some point, everybody involved should accept that maybe they simply don't like each other. Like, I don't understand that.
That's fair.
Everybody don't need to be friends. Ain't nobody trying to be buddy-buddy with everybody. Okay, cool. You don't need some huge reunion. You don't need everybody in the still. Thug is still getting paid off of Nine. Just move separately. Then you can't really
Thug is still getting paid off of Nine.
be surprised when the supporters turn that shit into a huge spectacle. And if it is marketing, then I understand that even more, because the numbers itself prove that the people eat this shit up, especially younger supporters. Drama move faster than music. Do it stick around longer? Nah, I'm not saying all that. We're at the point right now where the diss clip can travel way farther than the actual song. And that's kind of unfortunate, because with Nine specifically, right? I told y'all multiple different times, I think he's reached that point where he doesn't even need that.
Nah, but I think his meme stuff about his music is also bigger too. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it has better mass appeal. Okay, it sort of rejects the cat like on some more casual meme basis, but hopefully they fund that in behind the scenes, like run a meme page behind the scenes, whatever it is, because and paint a said narrative, a general said narrative, a middle said narrative, and then direct said channels, right? And listen to me. To convey said message, imagine Tezzus has direct said channels, and they have their meme pages, so or they have their like recap pages, and it's like the funnels of marketing, right? The overhead, middle, and bottom. That's what I just told you guys. But like, if they had those set up, I think it would be way better than just having the middle of just drama, and then letting like everyone else memify it. I feel like if they had a heavy push on the memes, then it would be cool.
Anymore. The Atlanta show proved that. His engagement proved that. The fact that he can have thousands of people singing word for word proves that. Nine already won that attention game. But I guess
I don't think he's won the attention game. I think he has attention, but I don't think he's won the game, which is very different than what he's saying over here, like what the commentator is saying. But it's different attention, and not all attention is good attention. And can I say what that means? No. Like, bro, it's life. Like, you can never really know. But just to understand it, it's just like, it's going to come around, it's going to boomerang, you know what I'm saying? If things change, they got to change heavily, like a big shift. And if not, then if it's temporary, then it don't really matter at all. But I really do like this channel, though, how he's covering it, even little bits, and even putting his own little spin on it, because it also makes you think, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's not just saying, like, doing a whole bunch of, like, trying to convey, like, the whole message towards his, like, narrative and leaving out certain things. Like, he's already putting everything, I think. I'm not thinking too deep into it, though. And then putting his little jabs and jiggets? I don't know. But little, like, trinkets on it. And that's the word, trinkets. And it sort of helps you think, something to grab onto, you know what I'm saying? Like, something to to whatever.
Just gonna keep having the same cycle happen over and over again. And with Tezzus, Iyrus, NDO Dee, Owe, and YSL, this is just another example of that. People are gonna just keep joining in. I'm making a video talking about it. It's all an ecosystem. And this is definitely not something new. We just having another episode. But y'all let me know how y'all feel about this
That's cool, that animation. If someone else will do the animation, hit me up on Discord.
whole thing.
Or like hit on my IG or whatever.
Bro, make sure y'all follow my Twitch and my IG right now on Duty. I love y'all so much.
Shut up, bro.
I say blessed. Peace. At this point, I don't feel like
That's pretty clean, low key. He did that very good. Very good recap. But yeah, what do you guys think? That was a lot, and it's very recent, but I think y'all should just follow my IG. But no, I'm not even gonna give an opinion because I want you guys to let me know. Comment what you guys think, everything like that. Subscribe, put notifications, like, subscribe, whatever. I'm saying it again. But yeah, have a good one. Peace, love, everything. Mwah.